Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at the Smith&Wesson M&P-15 Sporter. We're also going to take a quick look at a recent acquirement. You can look forward to seeing gun videos on this gun here. This is a Glock 17. It is empty. You'll be seeing videos pretty soon of shooting. I'm back on my feet again, out of surgery, walking again. So you'll be seeing future videos on that. So look forward to that. So that's going to be in the future. And let's get to what this video is going to be about. This is a Smith&Wesson M&P-15 Sport, and I'll explain what sport means in a minute if you don't know what that is. When you get this rifle, it's going to have your typical A2 style, regular AR-15 style handguards on it, no heat shield. They're just basic, and I put a Magpul rail on there so I could mount my RVG, my Magpul, and it'll also come with a standard A2 style grip. Personally, I do not like these because they have the finger groove, and that designates where your hand has to be, and I don't like that. My hands just do not fit well in the A2s at all. So you can see these have been painted, as well as the whole rifle, by myself. This side isn't the best side. The other side looks better. I'll show you that here in a minute. But the gun also comes with windowless 30-round PMag and 5.56. If you can see that, my lighting's not coming off my camera, so oh well. I've got a Magpul grip, the original MOE grip on there, painted as well. It was black. It was 20 bucks. The gun, or let's go ahead and talk about the accessories first before we get anything else. The grip is an RVG by Magpul, the MOE. A lot of people, you see a lot of people holding them like this. I hold mine like this. I feel it's a lot more control, because this, you've got a lot of up and down control, but you don't have good sway movement. So I tend to hold it like this, with almost my elbow locked out. So these were originally designed for fully automatic weapons to keep the muzzle from climbing as much. So that's why those are made, and that's why it's so good at keeping the muzzle from coming up on you, but it's not as good with the sway. And a lot of people like to do the typical magazine grip, where you just hold it like here. You have, if you look at my gun, all my weight is just about forward of the bolt and or the barrel. It's on the barrel or the rail. That's not very good if you have a gun that's like that. Most people's are like that because you've got a lot of movement in there. You're not going to be able to snap fast. I covered up the M&P-15 symbol when I painted it, just to keep it. I forgot what I have inside the grip. I couldn't tell you what's in here. I think I have like a pair of gloves or something. Nope, I don't have anything in there. I thought I had something in there. I guess not. My backup sight is a Magpul Imbus rear sight. On the stock, I'm going to go ahead and pull the stock off so that I don't have to move this camera around. The stock is it's obviously a 6-position buffer tube or receiver extension. On the stock, on the stock it's painted too as well. You can see some wear on there from the sling in my cheek. I've got one of the predecessors to the Israeli bandage, which is a first aid field camouflage dressing, rubber banded to the stock. Most people, they'll have it on their shooting side, so when they pull their weapon up, their cheek hits it, and they know they got a cheek weld where they're supposed to be. But I just put it on the other side. I prefer it, and the reason why I do it is to always have some type of first aid on my rifle. If I just grab my rifle, I got 30 rounds and trauma dressing. The internals are stock. It's got a standard charging handle. I was about 2 inches away from getting a Badger tack latch or whatever they're called. to go on the charging handle, but I didn't do it. The internals are the same bolt. On the other side, this is the better side of the camouflage. Obviously, you've got your regular battery lever, your safety. It's got a mil-spec trigger in it. It's got a good clean brake. I like the mil-spec triggers, but some people don't. The rail is a UTG rail. It'll do until I can get a nice rail. It's served me fine so far. I've shot about 230 rounds through it with the rail on it, and it's done me fine. So it's fine with me right now. The sling is a some strap from some gear or something. It's really wide, so it's really comfortable. And all I did was put a piece of paracord on my around my front gas block right here. My dang light's coming on with the S-beater, and I can go from here down to where my buffer tube is right here. Go from a 2-point to a 1-point easily. And I prefer to carry it in the 2-point, but it's easier to maneuver and use in a 1-point, so I tend to switch back and forth. I'll take the sling completely off just to get it out of the way. And I've used this sling setup for about 1.5 years now on all my guns, so, and I haven't had a problem out of it. I guess when this breaks, I'll buy a real sling, but since this works and I like it, there's no use in buying one. So that's that. I think that's about it for what's on. Oh yeah, I've got a red dot on here. It's 11 brightness. I think how many MOA it is, but it doesn't clear the front sight post all the way. I got to get a riser, but if you shoot with your both eyes open, it's not a problem. All you do is put the dot where you want the bullet to go, and that's it. If you shoot with one eye closed, just looking straight down it, then you're gonna have a problem. To be honest, you can shoot it like this with the front sight, with the front cover on and the back cover off. As long as you can see that dot, you can put the bullet where it needs to go if you shoot with both eyes open. So as long as you shoot both eyes open, you can put that bullet where it needs to go, even if you do have some kind of obstruction there. I'm sorry, hit the camera. Like I said, the paint job was custom done by myself. I don't think it really does that good of a justice on camera. Really, it doesn't really look that good on camera light. Maybe I'll take it out in the field one day and show it to you. It is chambered in 5.56. I don't know if you can see that. It being dark. However, I shoot 223 through it, and I shoot regular, whatever these Remingtons are. I've shot some Zombie VMAXs through it, and I mostly shoot steel case tool ammo when I'm practicing, and it's run all that fine. I haven't had one problem out of it. But it does have 2 sling mounts, one here and one on the stock. I don't like those because they just tend to flip your gun over when you're trying to carry it. Your gun carries upside down, and it's just uneconomic, or whatever you want to call it, ergonomical. And the sling mounts, this one up here swivels and this one's fixed. This is more for like your wide strap, carry on your back, hunting style slings. So it does have a bayonet lug. So it's ready to shoot out of the factory. Oh yeah, it does have an A2 bird cage, by the way. It's ready to shoot out of the factory. Comes with everything you need: the rear sight, the MOS rear sight, and a PMag comes with it. I currently have 9 magazines, I think. Yeah, 1 in the gun, 3 on my belt, let's say 5 in my rig. Yeah, that's right. I have 3P mags and 5 steel magazines, surplus steel, and they've all shot fine. I haven't had a problem out of any of them. Picked this gun up at Guns and Leather. They have 2 stores. One is in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The other one where I got this one at, and the one I prefer, is the one in Greenbrier, Tennessee. Great people. They have good prices, but they are in Tennessee. I'm in Kentucky. They have 9% tax. We only have 6%. So I did pay a little bit more for the gun than I would have here at Whitaker's. It is a direct impingement gas system, a DI. If you don't know what that is, the bullet travels your gun cycles, loads another round into the chamber, the gun goes off, the bullet travels down the barrel, the hot gases and fumes or whatever is the byproduct of it going off, goes down the barrel until it gets to this gas block right here, what's known as a gas block, which is where your front sight post is normally located if you have a basic style AR or AR that has the front sight post. It's going to come up through here, and it's going to have there's going to be a tube. You may or may not be able to see the silver tube back in here. I'm sure you probably can't, but it runs all the way through here into your upper receiver, and then from there it runs into what's known as your gas key on the top of your bolt, which pushes your bolt back into either battery to lock it back if your magazine's empty, or it will continue cycling forward and will load another round into the chamber, and that process repeated every time you pull the trigger in a semi-automatic. If it's fully automatic, it will continue doing that process until you let off the trigger. So that's my review of the Smith&Wesson M&P-15. I really like it. It is a sporter model. I'll go ahead and explain what that means. That means it does not have a forward assist or a dust cover. That's not an issue for me. I'll talk about the lower receiver in a second, but the reason why it doesn't matter to me is because I'm not going to pay another $200 to have a piece of metal, someone stamped out of a piece of whatever it's made out of, to cover my bolt. Dirt's going to get in there whether you like it or not. Sorry. And a forward assist. I've never had to use a forward assist. I've never needed one since I've had it. Don't see you needing another one. If I do need another one, that's why the indentation is there. That's the original forward assist right there. Push your finger against that, and that's your forward assist. If you do need your forward assist and it doesn't go all the way forward like it's supposed to, if I can get it to do it, you only got to catch on the charging handle. Probably not going to do it when I want it to do it. It's been shot too much for it to be too stiff. But basically, your bolt's going to get caught right there, and you'll see it's not in battery. And then it'll be caught right there. All you got to do is grab your hand, pull it back, and then release it. It'll go forward. There's about no use for that. For me, if you keep your gun clean and clean it like you're supposed to, and there are these cracks that run all the way along it in your trigger and your magazine well, in your trigger, the dirt's going to get in there. Just because you cover the front, your face of your bolt, doesn't mean dirt and sand and water is not going to get in there. Second of all, and I actually like this feature better than I would on a regular AR, the whole lower receiver is all one piece. Your trigger guard is not removable. It's already made with a larger trigger guard. If you have gloves on, you don't have to replace it. To me, that makes it stronger. I like it better. It's a lot more stronger than if you would just have a piece of plastic or metal with 2 pins inserted in it. I like it better. If I was to build an AR, I would buy this lower receiver instead of buying one with a pinned trigger guard. It's got a 16-inch barrel. Forgot to mention that. So thanks for watching. Hopefully we can do some range videos here pretty soon and shooting videos of this Glock 17. So thanks for watching, and thank you, the Hoss USMC. I really appreciate what you said. You know who you are, and if you've seen the video, you know what he said, and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video.